Alrighty, welcome back to the Son of a Boy Dad podcast. Today it is Wednesday, July 10th, and we are live here from HQ3 in the Son of a Boy Dad studio.
It's going to be a spicy episode.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been up for a while.
You and I are already at each other's throats.
I think when I wake up early, I have more energy, and then I get angrier. It's more energy to be angry at you, Francis.
Short hair, mustached sass is a
My hair's not short at all.
pickled jalapeno to contend with.
The mustache is drawing too many comments. I think it's going to come off today.
No,
It's
Yeah.
not.
Everywhere I go, people are, oh, shit, mustache.
What's wrong with that?
I
Why
don't
would
like
that
it.
bother you?
I want people to say nothing when they say
Yeah,
it.
but like you just have to get through like this small incubation period, and then it will be part of you, and then like it'll be oh shit, no mustache.
True.
Like you're already there. And plus, can I add, you look slim and trim.
Slim and trim for sure. I lost a lot of weight in Wyoming.
Did
It's
you
coming
actually?
on rapidly.
Yeah,
Slammed
the
two
fucking
pieces of
seed
pizza
oils,
last
bro.
night. Last night things got out of hand quick.
What were you eating?
Pizza and gummy worms.
Jesus Christ, the fucking yeast and the seed oil, the fucking all the
Whatever
shit.
the fuck's in the gummy worms.
Yeah, the American
And I
fucking
lied,
Red
they're
Six.
not gummy worms. They were like fucking Airhead Extreme like cylinder bites or whatever. I don't even know what they were. Just saying gummy worms is a lot easier than
What-
trying to explain whatever the fuck I was eating.
What made you decide to get that?
That's my go-to.
It's his autism.
That's your candy?
Yeah, like extreme. It has to have extreme on the label, or else I'm not buying it. And it has to be like a neon blue color covered in sugar.
Sass won't buy a candy unless it says new on it.
Unless his teeth glow after
Yeah.
he eats it.
Brand new iteration of a candy that's been working fine for 50 years.
He has to be able to close his mouth, and then you still see like a glow,
Oh,
like a
yeah.
nuclear reactor site from inside the
You
core of his
You
mouth.
gotta brush your teeth for like 45 minutes after eating that
Oh,
shit.
and the spit that comes out of your
Yeah.
mouth.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's because your mouth is just blue forever.
Yeah, a lot of, I mean, even Big League Chew does that for me. Like I had some blue Big League Chew like a month ago, and I'm still finding remnants of it. I'm still like spitting out blue. I was like, I thought I had a bloody nose. It was blue coming out of my nose. I didn't know what the fuck it was, dude.
I haven't had Big League Chew in a long time.
It was fun to pretend you were chewing tobacco.
It was, but it's also the flavor on that might run out faster than any other gum.
Juicy fruit.
You think Juicy Fruit's faster?
Yeah.
Big League Chew is like a flood of flavor as soon as you put it in your
Mhm.
mouth, and then it's just gone.
Yeah.
In like the seconds before it hits your tongue.
Yeah.
You like smell the flavor, and then it's, as soon as you chomp down once, it just turns into liquid in your mouth, like bug juice, and then just disappears. It's
You were
nasty.
watching some baseball while you were chewing it? I didn't realize how good the Phillies were.
Yeah, they're incredible.
Yeah, I was
got a
looking at the
feature on 'em.
stats. I was looking at the standings the other day.
First place,
Best
and they
place.
just beat the
Best
team in
Dodgers
baseball.
10-1.
Yeah, first place by a lot, too.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're good. Get on board.
Well, the Yankees are tanking, right?
Would you guys want to
Yeah.
go down to a Phillies game?
Yeah, I would do
I would
that.
go to a Phillies
That'd
game.
be fun.
That was
The
lukewarm.
Yankees beat the Red Sox
Game time?
14-3
What the fuck?
like last week, but then the Red Sox beat them twice.
Really?
Yeah, I think. I
Wow.
don't know. I don't really know much about baseball. I've been just really trying to focus in on ball.
I can't believe that you
Preseason?
did a fantasy football mock draft already. And I would talk more shit on it, except for I did one about a month ago.
Yeah. I did one. I was doing one on some random website, and then I realized that you can just do them on like the NFL fantasy app.
But you gave yourself the number one overall pick, though. That's unethical.
Well, they didn't. There was no option to not have the number one overall pick.
Francis,
But also, dude, Josh Allen didn't go until like the 6th round. So the robot.
what?
That's the problem with auto pick, because I did auto pick last year and it fucked me because they don't pick quarterbacks for some reason. They only pick like the first like 20 picks are wide receivers.
You can get value later on. Francis, you got to do fantasy football with us this year.
Yeah, will
I've
you?
never done it before, so I don't know what I'm
I
doing.
had a 10-year period of my life where I was like so staunchly against fantasy football. I thought it was so like soft and gay and like represented someone who like couldn't enjoy real football and like, oh, you need something else. You need the computer shit to enjoy football. Now I'm in like 7 leagues.
Yeah, it's fun. Last year was my first year doing a big league since I was probably in like middle school.
I don't have any problem with it. I just feel like nobody's going to want to deal with me figuring it out for the first time. I just feel like I'm
We'll
too
deal
late
with
to
it.
the game.
No,
And
It's really
no,
easy.
Francis, no.
It's literally like if someone's injured, you swap them out for someone that's not injured. It's pretty simple.
That just sounds, I don't know.
The drafting process is the only fun part. And then if you have a bad draft, like I had a bad draft last year, and then Roan and Smitty just had every single good player and they wouldn't trade anyone. So it just sucked the entire year.
That will happen.
But
Yeah.
me and Smitty didn't win the league.
Who did? Jeff D'Lo?
Maybe Ken Jack or something.
Ken
like
Jack
that?
won, yeah.
Some shit
Smitty
like that.
had like the best, like the top 5 best running backs in the league. And I tried to trade him for one that was just sitting on the bench. And then he replied back with a trade that included all of my good players for one running back. And he was like, let's do it. I was like, are you out of your mind, dude? It was like I had like one quarterback who wasn't injured and then Stephon Diggs. And he wanted both of them for like Tony Pollard or something.
Yeah, Tony Pollard would have been a huge pickup for you. But
Is that
Smitty's
not-
the
why
king.
is
That's
that
why
not his
Smitty's-
name?
Yeah, no.
What's his name?
I think Pollard.
Isn't that what I said?
Pollard.
Pollard?
You kind of gave it a Spanish flair.
People got really mad last season when we kept on calling Jamar Gibbs.
Who gives a fuck?
I don't know. Yeah, it's like I don't. Sorry, I
You
don't
know what I
memorize the
realized
pronunciation.
Through like Pat Bev, that like the players in the league don't know everyone's names.
It's too many people.
They don't
Yeah.
know their names or how to pronounce it. Like there's like NBA players who don't know if you say Jokic or Jokic.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they just have no idea. It's impossible to keep up with it.
What's like diabetes is a pretty miscommonly. It's diabetes, right? It's not.
It's
diabetes.
diabetes.
We had like a fundraiser or something when I was in middle school for diabetes, and our principal came over the loudspeaker and kept on pronouncing it diabetes.
I
And
think that's
everyone
how it
was
used
like,
to be.
"What the fuck is diabetes?"
That's Jerome Bettis's niece.
It's his-
Short minibus.
Yeah, I think I think there used to be some correlation to it. Like I think it's harkens back to a foregone era. I think they used to say diabetes or
yeah.
there's something. I don't know.
There was a girl that when I got to middle school, 6th grade, and I started really coming into my own. I had been a loser up to that point. But all of a sudden, the fact that I was good at, soccer actually mattered.
Yeah.
I don't know why it didn't.
Did she
before
see
that.
you play or it was word of mouth?
She saw me play,
Oh.
and she was good. Chelsea
Mm,
Johnson.
mm.
Sounds like a name I'm making
It
up.
does.
I'm not.
Docs.
It sounds like a famous soccer player's name.
It's
Yeah,
the most
Team USA.
American
Yeah.
name.
She has pink hair and
Yeah.
she's gay now.
Yeah.
Hope Solo and Chelsea.
She was the girl next door, and we did not live near each other, but I would go watch her in her home. And we hit it off on AOL Instant Messenger. I think her screen name was Saka Playa
That's
Damn.
nice.
4125.
Very urban.
Still remember the numbers.
She battle rap or what?
Well, it might have been Saka Playa, which is soccer beach, and that's a very Brazilian way to
Yes.
play.
Yes.
They do play barefoot.
Beach soccer.
Beach soccer. I never asked. But given her complexion, I would doubt
Yeah.
that she follow Portuguesa. Anyhow, she and I were hitting it off, and it was probably the first couple weeks because a bunch of kids had come to school in 6th grade. That was a year that kids entered this school. And she let me know that she had diabetes,
Diabetes.
but the type that is not your fault.
one.
Type
I
1.
believe.
Yeah.
I think 1's the one you're born with.
Yeah, that one. And I didn't know what it was. And I thought that it was she would go to like diabetes camp, summer
yeah.
camp, and I don't know.
You thought it was terminal?
No, I thought
Or
it was
sexually
something that she
transmitted?
was going to get bullied for. And I remember telling her that I would defend her if anyone was like, that girl over there, that girl's got... And I didn't know it was like, yo, no, this is not a...
People are just throwing Snickers at her feet.
Yeah.
Diabetes
Seems like
girl.
something she would get bullied for, though. I don't think you
No.
were wrong by saying that.
This... Not really. Nobody... It's, what is it, a blood sugar disease? Or
People got bullied for diabetes when I was in school.
But that was probably type 2.
That's type 2. You're thinking of type 2.
No, I think it was type 1. People in high school don't typically have type 2 diabetes, I feel like.
They're not getting their foot hacked off.
Yeah.
The point is, I guess when I remember telling her on IM, yo, like, let me know if anyone
Gives you a
ever
hard
gives
time.
you a hard time.
I'll kick them.
I'm gonna do. Yeah, I was like, I don't want people being like that Chelsea girl. She's got diabetes. It's weird.
You're white knighting for her.
I was trying, and she was like, no, I don't.
No one cares.
I don't really know if it's that type of a disease. It's not really that.
Well, her parents sending her to camps is kind of weird too, though.
Yeah, it seems like they were kind of really opening the door to get bullied. Going to any camp for a disease is probably not a great look.
She like shaved her head.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the people with long COVID shaving their head?
No.
There's like videos of people with long COVID who are like crying and like shaving their head to like destigmatize long COVID.
Really?
Like they're cosplaying as having cancer because they like want to be part of the victim class so badly.
I think long COVID. They're saying long COVID's pretty serious.
Yeah, Cuomo said that.
Cuomo said that on Dave Smith's podcast.
Yeah, people love to identify with having long COVID.
Is that right?
It's the same people who like are claiming autism and like ADHD as like a debilitating disease that they self-diagnosed at 35.
Yeah.
I saw on my Instagram this morning, I saw a clip of that scene from Girl Meets World where the kid's like, the doctor wants to test me for autism. And they're all like, no, that can't be. We'll tell him you don't have it. That's literally what they say. It's Sabrina Carpenter. And she's like, we'll tell him you don't have it. And they're like, they think that I might have a slight form of autism known as Asperger's.
My parents want to send me to a camp.
Yeah.
Wait, Sabrina Carpenter was in that?
Yeah.
And now she's the pop star.
Yeah. Industry plant.
When was Girl Meets World? When is that?
That's pretty recent.
Not that long ago.
Is it a movie or a TV show?
TV show.
On what?
Disney.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. She's kind of blowing up.
She's huge.
She's got some pretty good songs.
I haven't listened to any of her songs. I just know that one.
She's got the handle on how to make an absolute bop.
Yeah.
She's got Taylor Swift on notice. Not fully,
well, she
but
opened for Taylor Swift for a while.
But she has. If she puts out a good song, Taylor Swift will become precious of the Billboard charts and then put out like.
Yeah, I saw that. That happened like this week.
Yeah, I think it's happened multiple times.
Yeah.
Anytime Sabrina Carpenter starts blowing up,
because Sabrina Carpenter and one other person were the only two women on the top 10 charts, and then Taylor Swift dropped a song.
Damn.
I promise, don't embarrass me, motherfucker. You know what song I'm talking about?
I heard about that one.
That's the
I did
one.
I did hear about that.
It's like a sound that people. I think that's just what makes a good song these days. If it's just a sound,
Guys.
If there's like 20 seconds of it.
Sound of freedom.
Articles keep getting written about the party I went to.
No.
Here's the Daily Mail. A-list Hamptons bash attended by Leonardo DiCaprio descends into chaos as door girl punches, quote, demanding rich girl in the face after crowd rushed gate.
No way.
Damn. Did you miss that?
We were leaving and there was a huge mob at the gate. And it was like, that guy and that guy, you can come, not these people. And they were like, it's like we're at a house.
Oh, because Leonardo DiCaprio was there?
I don't think that was it. I don't know. I just think there were
Probably
people
just that demanding of a.
I feel like Leo probably doesn't get like mobbed in the Hamptons.
Yeah.
Or in Montauk.
One such woman allegedly became aggressive and went after the girl with the clipboard and hit her.
Damn.
She jumped on her and the clipboard girl pushed her off to protect herself in self-defense. Another witness described the scene by saying, a rich girl was being demanding.
Damn.
And then they called the police. This is so funny. She's fighting to get in with the door girl. She got in the girl's face and hit her or pushed her, and the door girl punched her in the face. The witness said police eventually arrived on the scene and arrested the girl, trying to push her way into the party, but it took a while for the officers to figure out which one they should cuff.
We got two cunts fighting with each other.
And now
we
I'm
got
learning
two
that
awful cunts.
Now I'm learning that Jack Dorsey was there, Twitter founder, and James Harden. And then others reportedly tried to push their way in by sneaking through the bushes, but the people who climbed through the bushes to get in showed up with mud all over them. An unidentified source.
Honestly, I'm happy that you went to this party. It sounds like my nightmare.
Yeah.
It sounds... I just have so much anxiety about ever trying to get into a place where I don't know if I'm going to get into it, or
Forget
like
it. The worst.
Trying to figure out if I'm on a list or how I'm going to get in, or can everybody I'm with get in. That gives me the anxiety that I feel from that outweighs any type of fun that I could have at
it
a
was the
party.
worst feeling. It's when I went to the SNL, when Shane's SNL after party, I had to
Shane
text.
Gillis.
Yeah, I had to text and call like 75 people to make sure that I was on the list.
Yeah.
And then I got there, and everyone was like, "You're on the list, dude. Just come." Then I got there, and they were like, "Not getting that name, not seeing your name on the list."
You said it was. Can you spell Lil?
No, I didn't.
Is
I
it
never
little?
said that.
Little?
It was like I left this. I had a midnight spot at the stand, and then it was like near the stand, and I walked around the block like 5 times, waiting to make sure that Gardini was there in case I wasn't on
Sean?
the list. Yeah, and then I got there, and he had to come get me.
Wow.
Damn, yeah, that shit sucks so badly. I'd rather just be either just have a hard reservation somewhere or just be someplace low key, like just a bar that I could just sit at or something
Yeah,
like that,
right.
or Cheers style,
Definitely
where everybody
more of a
knows my
low-key
name.
spot kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you're still off the booze train. When was the last time you were even in a bar?
This weekend,
Word with the
Yeah.
boys?
yeah,
How was it?
good. Got some athletics.
Nice.
Yeah, they're
Did you
good.
actually?
Yeah, they're good.
They're great.
They are.
They're
There's so
way
many
better.
flavors.
They're so much better than Heineken Zero.
I would love to invest in some kind of fucking non-alcoholic.
It's gonna become a wave soon.
Oh,
It
it
is.
already
It's
is.
a
Really?
massive wave.
The whole non-alcoholic cocktails, mocktails, all that. There's bars that are popping up everywhere in Brooklyn that just serve non-alcoholic drinks.
Yeah, I don't get the mocktail thing though, because if you get like a mocktail, like one of those like a mocktail,
Like a bee sting.
phony
There's something that
Negroni.
has like honey and like ginger in it or some shit like that. You don't like that?
Or no, I was thinking like if you get like a mocktail like pina colada.
Oh, when
What?
I was
That
a
sounds
kid, those
amazing.
were
Isn't that
awesome.
just, but isn't that just like a smoothie?
Yeah.
It's a sweet, delicious half smoothie,
Yeah.
half milkshake.
But I think the whole point of like Heineken Zero and stuff is that it still tastes like beer.
Yeah, but a pina colada tastes like pina colada without that
It's
sting
like going
of
to a
rum.
bar and be like, I'm gonna get a milkshake.
Yeah, that sounds
And they're
nice.
just sitting there just housing milkshakes all night.
Doing-
Yeah, let me get a virgin mudslide.
Yeah, when people do 5 mudslides in a night, that's insane.
yeah, that is.
That's
crazy.
having 5 milkshakes.
It's like 10,000 calories of
It's so
mocktail.
funny. It's so much.
But having, at least if you have like a mocktail of it, you'll be like, all right, I'll have like maybe 2.
Yeah. Yeah,
You're not gonna be
I mean,
like
if
drunk
you're-
enough
if-
to be like, I'm gonna have 5.
Yeah.
If you go to a bar and you have 6 mocktails,
Yeah.
that's
That's
you
the
still
road.
have a problem.
That's
Yeah.
diabetes
You-
type 2.
You're just
Yeah.
addicted
Yeah.
to non-alcoholic mixers.
Yeah.
Just the sugar has to, and you're
Just
gonna
slamming
be as,
OJ.
I'd
all
like
night.
my can you run back my virgin screwdriver?
Yeah. You're
With-
throwing up because you have too much acidic liquids in your body.
I'll have it neat.
Well,
Okay, so you want a room temperature orange juice? Please.
don't embarrass me.
Don't condescend.
it is annoying when I order a mocktail. I'll try to do it like surreptitiously, like everybody's getting their drinks, and I'll try to sneak in a mocktail, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's good. What's in that?" And
Yeah.
they'll go through the menu and like, "I don't see the bee sting on here," and then they'll go to the NA section and find it, and I'll
Yeah.
feel guilty, like, "Oh, you're not drinking."
There's a limit to the non-alcoholic beers that you can drink as well before you just start feeling sick. 2 or maybe 3.
But that's probably good.
true of beer too.
Yeah, but beer numbs the hormone in your body that feels full. That's why you can drink like 20 beers and then go home and have like 10 McDonald's cheeseburgers.
That felt like a fact that you were just feeling your way through as you made it up.
No, that's true. You can look it up.
It sounds good.
That's why you can drink like 15 beers. You can't drink like 15 Cokes.
You said it with
Your
authority.
stomach would
I
explode.
could drink 15 Shirley Temples.
No.
Owen, can you fact check, please? Does beer numb
Alcohol,
the hormone?
not beer. Alcohol.
You said beer.
Okay, well, alcohol, which is in beer.
Sometimes.
Occasionally, not athletic.
I think I
Numbs.
read that in like a weird book.
Got a weird book, like a toilet book with like facts on it, a
was-
different fact on every page.
Written in rune stones.
There used to the toilet books that have.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. Good for you.
Yeah.
Do you remember toilet books that had like like interesting, like fun, kitschy toilet books? That
No,
just
we
was-
never had any of those.
Probably
We just
because you
had
just
like
had the phone.
we had like
This was pre the phone.
Mm-hmm.
now my mom has books in like the bathroom, but it's all just like how to be a badass, like shit like that.
By Erica Ayres.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all like motivational books for women.
That she's just dumping, just like
Yeah.
wrangling a turd.
I think
and
we all
fucking-
just use them as like something to put your feet on.
Or if you
The
run out of
squatty
toilet paper,
potty?
you rip out a page
If you have a bad ass.
and you wipe front to back because you're a bad bitch.
Dude, the toilet culture in Japan. Oh my god.
Yeah.
The fucking bidets that I was spraying with
Yeah.
my ass with
It comes standard everywhere, right?
on like the train. You have a fucking a bidet that is better than my apartment toilet
Yeah.
by 10 million.
Mhm.
And the bathrooms that I was like at the hotels and shit like that, they're like rising to meet you. Like a green light comes on.
Wow.
You're spraying your ass. You can spray your balls if you want.
Yeah. Do you still have to wipe or no?
I do. There's even a drying thing, but you have to like kind of figure out the order of like, because if you're just like pressing, if you're spraying and then you press dry, then you're just like spraying shit air, or you're just like,
It's like when you're at the dentist and they do the water and the air at the same time.
yeah. You have to. I still would wipe after, but it's mainly to like dry and just.
I've never been a big bidet guy, nor a bidet guy. I hope he drops out.
Well, what about this? All he's talking about is that he brought NATO together, dude. I don't give a fuck about NATO.
No,
I don't
should.
care about. I should.
Yeah.
NATO is important.
Well, that's his only
NATO
calling
is a
card.
big deal. I'm gonna be honest.
That's his only calling card. He's like, who else could keep NATO together, dude? Like probably fucking anybody.
Yeah.
That's his only thing that he says every time that he's there. People are like, you're old as fuck. He's like, well, I kept NATO together. It's like, dude, no one.
You guys ever been to just a full on brawl at like a NATO meeting?
Oh, there are. Well, maybe not that.
It's like foreign, like the Turkish.
Yeah, the Turkish assembly
or like-
always has those fights.
Or they'll
They
be
have like
just
fist fights?
on like the Senate floor.
50-person jumping over banisters and railings.
Throwing chairs. Can we fact check that too to see
Yeah.
if it's Turkey? But I mean I've seen the videos.
think
I
it
don't
is
know if it's in
Turkey.
Turkey.
It's Turkey.
But
For
that-
sure it's Turkey, yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Because Turkey does have a tumultuous. Because there were
Erdogan Recep
Yeah.
is their leader, I think.
You say
Erdogan.
Erdogan.
I think it's Erdogan.
I thought that was the grocery store where you could get the Haley
That's
Bieber
Erdogan.
smoothie.
Yes, which does not have alcohol in it.
They have a ton of fucking brawls there. I just can't believe that the party you went to had a fucking girl doorman.
That's what I'm saying.
It should have been a
It's
dude.
progressive.
It was a full-blown nightclub at a house that was.
You need a 300-pound black dude with a shaved head.
Oh, they had a few of those gentlemen too.
Yeah. Were they
Yeah.
just Leo security?
I don't
They
know.
were so like the women
They
were
were
friends.
backing up the girl with the door with the clipboard, who I guess not well enough because she clearly got punched in the face.
Yeah. Where they're betting on it like cockfights.
Mm-hmm.
Just two skinny white girls fucking brawling.
Yeah.
That's the future. That's
Cockfights?
that's true progressivism is just bald 300-pound black dudes betting on fucking skinny white girls to
Yeah.
fight each other. That's how it should be. That's what I'm hoping for.
Have you seen these clips of MMA fights where it's 2 or 3 girls against one guy in a ring?
No.
That's got to be in Turkey.
And it's
too.
usually some guy who's like fat and he's like swinging, like
Yeah.
turning all the way
Yeah.
around.
rough and rowdy style.
Just
What?
tornadoing.
As everyone I've seen, the guy wins. I don't know why they keep trying to prove what they're trying to prove, but
Yeah, I know what they're trying to prove, but they ain't gonna prove it.
no.
It's not gonna work.
Well, you need Ronda Rousey to,
Or Paige Van Sant.
yes.
That woman has had a hell of a fucking career trajectory. She
What's she
started
up
off
to?
in UFC, then did like a OnlyFans run, which probably garnered her 8 figures.
Yeah.
Now she's in Power Slap.
Oh.
Now she just got into Power Slap.
I'm not a huge power slap
Me
person.
neither. I don't like
really
it. It
enjoy
makes me sick.
Yeah, it
It-
looks like it hurts a lot.
and you just can't defend yourself
Yeah.
as you get brain injuries.
It looks like it hurts maybe more than punches, honestly.
Well, think of the meat of the palm. There's
Yeah.
a lot of.
And
there's
they're
a
not
lot
just
going on
slapping; they're
there.
like karate chopping your fucking
Yeah.
brainstem. But I'll change my tune if I can get into Dana White's gambling tunnel of chaos.
Spot
I'll
on.
change it fast as hell.
Spot
If
on.
Dana White is fucking around.
I also don't understand. Dana White keeps on going on podcasts and being like, it's the most popular sport. If you took every professional sport on earth and combined them, it's not even half of Power Slap. And then you go to Power Slap's Twitter and they have like 200,000 followers.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
It's because they I guess they go viral so much. It's just because they like pop up on Bussin' with the Boys every
Yeah.
week or whatever.
Have you guys seen what I'm talking about? Those clips?
Yes.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, we have more followers than any, and then it's like, they don't have more followers than like the PGA.
Or it's, they
Like
probably
the
have like
PGA,
more views.
Like WPGA,
I think they're just like amalgamating.
LPGA,
Yeah.
lesbian professional golf.
That should be the LNBA. Because those girls ain't straight.
DWI, Dykes with Irons.
That's damn good. That's damn good. But yeah, he's just trying to push. I think it's 'cause he must own more of it than he owns of the UFC or something. Or
Yeah.
he's just trying to make like why not just ride the UFC out? Or are they the boys gonna unionize over there?
Maybe.
Mm.
Yeah, I
Is
think
he
they.
not
I
gonna be
think
able
they
to
had.
just-
They're paying the. Don't they have to pay the guys more now?
That's probably why.
Like,
He's
there's
pissed.
always some sort of controversy about how much the UFC guys are getting paid.
Yeah.
And like with Power Slap, they just like drag the body out to the dumpster afterwards.
Those
It's
guys
like, oh,
have
good,
no
we don't have
rights.
to pay him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think the Power Slap guys have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
They're just, shuffling their way back to being soup kitchen chefs.
Yeah, they're just separated from their brain.
It's definitely a good side gig though, because you probably don't need to train a ton. You just maybe you do like curls and tricep extensions with one arm.
But how do you defend yourself? Someone just takes a 45-pound bar to your fucking head?
I don't think you got. I think that's just you're just born with that gene. I don't think you can really.
But how do you know you
train.
have it? You just get to know they couldn't knock
You
me
go to
out
maybe
at
the
the
minor
Some
league,
people's
country
brains
squire?
don't shake the way that other people's do. Nate
Some people
Diaz
have, like,
is one of those
stabilizers in
people.
them.
He's just like, you can hit him a million times and it's not going to make a difference.
Yeah.
Is it maybe you just like early on in life you get it kind of the good stuff scrambled out of you, so you now are just
I
like
wonder.
you're just like running on a different plane. Sorry for that break. Sass just said slur that I have not heard in 15 years.
Yeah.
Rack your brain because it's not one of the standards. It's not one of the
No.
old favorites.
I had to. It sort of it just jogged my brain a little, and I thought, man, oh man,
Send a shudder down your spine.
yeah.
I remember that old friend.
a little nostalgia of hate.
Yeah, a foregone conclusion of hate. But
Hate
everyone
nostalgia.
feels their own way about sketch, and you're allowed to get it off your chest.
I don't give a rat's ass about Sketch, whether he's sucking dick or not.
I think that. Well, I think that your tweet was really funny and spot on. Basically, what can you
And
what
also
was it?
vague enough that it was like a piece of modern art
It was
where people could
That's what were
interpret
saying.
it exactly how they wanted. Because a lot of people were like, that's exactly right. Fuck him for being gay. And then other people were like, you're absolutely right. He is a hero. And then there was a whole other group that was like, couldn't have said it better myself. I don't care.
Yeah.
It
I
says
like
people
the-
found out Sketch was gay and are tweeting shit like, "Look, man, we've all done fucked up shit in our past."
I thought the funniest thing was like people in the replies to that were like, I think the real problem was that he was doing porn and 90% of people hate that industry. I was like, really? Or is that just people like in crazy incels on Twitter that hate that? Like the normal person, if you go up to them and you're like, say something about porn, they're not like their blood doesn't start boiling and being like, I hate porn.
Yeah. And also,
Most-
sketch on OnlyFans isn't the same as a porn star who is, being kind of compelled to do
Yeah.
more and more sort of daring and painful things.
Yeah.
To keep
It's
up
not
with
like Mia Khalifa making $10,000 in her entire career.
Yeah.
But it was funny that people are just like, dude, just apologize and get over it.
Yeah.
Like, just apologize and get past it.
Yeah.
What
It's
a-
also
what
funny
a-
how one-sided it is because people are like, oh, Sketch did porn, but he apologized. Like, we forgive him. And then you see like girls on Instagram who like quit OnlyFans, and all the comments are like, "We didn't forget, you fucking slut. We didn't forget, and we'll never.
Internet
forget.
never forgets.
Yeah.
There's receipt, and then just post a picture of her getting gagged.
Yeah.
Your breasts are written in my brain in permanent marker.
But they're having like knelt candlelit vigils for sketch.
Yeah.
It goes both ways. I mean, it's just been funny how many reactions there are. But I disagree with I disagree with you just don't care at all. Because like if it was your boy or something like that, like you would talk about it.
Yeah.
If it was your boy, like you're like
I
boy
cared,
turns out gay.
and I have not cared about Sketch. I have nothing against him. I just don't. I'm not a streamer. Twitch. I've never really understood it. I don't understand anything about that. But when I found this out, I was like, "What?" I was baffled.
Yeah,
Baffled.
it just seems so like such a departure from his.
It's
persona.
like he's like the last person you would expect.
Exactly. I also
that's why I
thought
was
he
so
was like.
disappointed
I
in
also
him.
thought he was like 15.
Me too. I thought that as well. Oh, he must be in his 20s, right?
I guess.
If this
'Cause
was
this was,
a
like,
couple of years ago,
yeah.
and yeah,
But I mean, if you're old enough to cross the street, you're old enough to get hit. You know what I mean?
True. That is
oh,
true.
from the front, not behind it.
Yeah, that's true.
I was under the.
It's vehicular
Did we
manslaughter.
talk about it last episode, or was
No.
it no? When we stopped recording, I was saying that it's not him. I was like, I think it's AI.
And then right away,
And then
you said it before you thought it was, and then by the time the episode was over, he was like,
yeah, it was confirmed that it was him.
and he was being like goofy about it.
Yeah.
He was being silly about
Yeah.
or which makes it even funnier. But it was at first everybody's like, this is disgusting. And that was funny because like 2 years ago, at the height of wokeness in the world, people would have like given him a campaign for a major brand or
Yeah.
something like that, or he would have been on a Wheaties box or holding the Olympic torch or some shit
Yeah.
like that, lighting it.
They should put him on Bud Light. Just put that photo of him sucking a dick on the Bud Light can.
It's also funny that they say that because
the
I feel like a
Texans
lot
logo.
of those I feel like a lot of those people were told like, yo, there are clips and pictures of Sketch online right now and he is having anal sex and it's pretty gross. And they were like, no way. And then they went and watched it.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh no. It's exactly as described. I heard and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna go check. I trust.
Oh, I checked for sure.
Yeah.
I don't have that gay gene that you have.
That
No.
macabre gauge.
I have the gene though for any time that there's a video of anything and people are talking about it, I immediately try and find it. And it's usually something that I'm like, I didn't need to see that.
Yeah.
Afterwards, you regret it.
Yeah.
What is it? What's that called? There's not intrusive thoughts, but
There's probably some German phrase for it. Befaufkengezoid.
yeah, that's
It's always something fucked up.
Oh, what is that? Speaking of things fucked up,
Poison ivy.
stop touching it like that.
It
Stop
itches.
putting it underneath your skin and
It
then swapping
itches
mics with
so
us day to
much.
day.
I was at Hannah Berner's party last night, Ron. This is for you.
You're like a party animal.
I'm a party guy. And
Or
I,
It's summertime.
Did you try and hit a party on Sunday?
can you give me 1 second to finish the story
I'm
and
just
then
trying to think
I'll,
because this is what your third party of the week.
I don't
What do you got lined up for tonight?
I don't go to the parties. The
Bounce?
parties
Come to him.
suck me in.
Yeah.
He said black hole.
But no, I went and it was cocktail attire, which I wasn't really sure about, but I put together a pretty good fit and I was feeling pretty good about myself. So I had a cool suit on, loafers, no socks, but the pant was low, so it didn't look stupid. And then I was just wearing a navy t-shirt with a nice suede belt that matched my shoes. So I tried
Nice.
hard.
Suede.
And I walked out, and then I got to the party, and it was a little hot, so I took the coat off. And now I was just wearing a t-shirt tucked into my, and I'll tell you, there were a lot of gay guys there, and they were interested.
Yeah.
Really?
Which I was really flattered.
Is that
by.
a nice compliment, or do you feel like a woman who's being ogled?
No, I
Leaned
liked
into
it. I liked it. And one of them came up and he goes, "Did a gay dress you?"
Which
Which was like the highest praise.
yeah.
I was like, I don't know. I dress myself, but I don't know.
I
who
could be
am.
gay. I don't know. I haven't looked deep into
In
my
that
soul.
moment, I thought, what should I wear? Does this work?
The
And
gay
then as soon as it
recesses.
on, I was like, all right, let's go find some pussy. Yeah, Rogan.
But you were on the spectrum, the Kinsey scale for that one moment. You
Mhm.
were leaning towards. You leaned into your gayer ghosts of your nature. The gayer angels of your nature.
The better angels of my gayness. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, what a great compliment from the gays.
Do you know what that quote's from, Seth?
No, I didn't.
The better angels of our nature?
No.
Who said that?
Oppenheimer?
Lincoln.
Close.
Two American heroes.
No, I haven't really been into listening to any Lincoln lately.
You gotta check
I
out
gotta
the
check out
Lincoln
some
logs.
Lincoln. I don't know if I've ever heard Lincoln talk. Is there any video or audio?
From 1856, or 1865.
Probably not.
Or no, 1863 he died.
I feel like they
When
were
he died.
recording audio a lot longer ago than people think.
Somewhere
though.
around then.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly the year. But
He was elected in 1861, but what year did he get killed though? Kennedy.
Well, he did it he did his second inaugural address, so he's
so
been
65
reelected,
then.
and then he died shortly thereafter.
So then I'm 65.
He had a high-pitched voice, which is hard to square with how booming his words have echoed through history.
So did JFK.
His was high-pitched?
He had a
It was
very,
kind of
high-pitched,
whiny.
Yeah, it was
voice.
so weird. But
Lincoln.
what's his name? Did it so well in the movie Lincoln.
Oh, yes.
Daniel
Day-Lewis.
When I listened to the JFK,
It was kind of like this, kind of a bit of this type of voice.
when I listened to JFK's speech where he's saying that announcing that MLK was assassinated, I thought like it starts, and I thought that it was like the person bringing up JFK. Like I was like, that can't be JFK's voice.
And now coming to the stage,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you remember him as your president?
Yeah.
Weighing in at 5 foot down, 168 pounds.
With some bad news for you.
Have you ever heard Ted Kennedy's eulogy for Bobby?
I don't think so.
That's one of the best speeches ever written.
Really?
Yeah. He saw war and tried to stop it. Da-da-da, da-da. Those of us who knew him best will not try to make him greater than he was in life. And I don't know. And his voice starts to crack, but he holds it together.
Yeah.
It's haunting. And
I think I don't know if anything can beat MLK though.
His speaking voice?
His speaking voice and his speeches are so good.
true.
And just like you don't get like the blood boiling intensity. You don't get that anymore.
Do you know, did you guys ever try to Google MLK? I don't know if it's still the case, but like used to Google Martin Luther King and the top thing that came up, this must have been when they first figured out search engine optimization, but it was audio recordings of him fucking his mistress. And it was like a smear campaign of Martin Luther King. Like the first thing that you read on Google was like a ton of negativity about Martin Luther King.
He was with her the night he was killed.
Damn.
I read.
I'm sure he was just rolling in pussy.
Yeah.
MLK.
Yeah, what?
He was. There's a great book called Hellhound on His Trail, written by Hampton Sides, that is sort of the biography of the guy who killed MLK.
Yeah.
And how this guy tracked him. He was like tracking him across states and finding him, and then finally set up in a hotel across from.
But MLK's biography was called Pussy Hound on His Trail.
Yeah.
Because that boy,
Pussy on his breath.
yeah. That boy could not stop fucking.
I mean, after I Had a Dream, I'm sure it was like he was probably shielding pussy away,
Yeah.
battling it off.
He was probably on a Wilt Chamberlain like streak.
Yeah.
Fuck 20,000 women. I believe it. Everyone that was at that the Washington Monument that day probably was soaking wet. That's how that pool actually formed. There was
It's
nothing
all
there.
just self-sourced squirt fluid.
Yeah, it was dead
Okay,
dry.
next. Go ahead.
It was a bukkake of squirt fluid that they.
They had a pretty stacked lineup too. Bob Dylan was there.
Was he?
Yeah, he performed.
He probably mumbled his way through. Get off the stage.
I don't know what he sang. I forget what he sang.
Did the black
Probably
community
Mr.
fuck with
Tambourine
Bob
Man.
Dylan at that time?
I think everyone fucked with Bob Dylan at that time.
Sass was probably invited, but was like, I don't even like the way MLK. Like, I don't feel like he earned it.
You stood up for your fucking.
I feel like
guns.
he's always asking people like, what
There's
do you
3 black
believe in?
activists I like.
Like, what mountaintop do you want to go to? Like, I could write speeches for MLK.
Yeah.
Ready?
He's
Like,
not that good.
yeah.
He's kind of a hack. He
Doesn't
just
sound
does
like
good
anything
crowd
I would
work.
This
His
is
social clips are
brutal.
just really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did it get worse in the last 2 seconds?
I don't know. It's
Stop
it's
scratching that,
spreading
dude. It is
rapidly.
literally spreading down your arm. Your
I don't think
poor
that's
skin.
not how it works. It doesn't spread like that.
You're dragging it across your arm like fucking an
You see my
Etch-a-Sketch.
feet blister central.
I can't
This one is
imagine.
literally just on fire.
Ooh, I watched a good movie. I got to recommend this.
Oh,
Keep
put us
talking.
on.
I watched Knives Out on Sunday.
I don't love whodunits, dude.
It was pretty good. I liked it. I like that main guy, Bond.
Yes,
007.
Daniel Craig.
Yeah, I like.
Is he's
007.
gay in that movie though.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No,
Oh.
Yes, he is, bro.
he
Who?
is.
Daniel Craig is gay in that movie, bro.
What is that? Some deep fan fiction?
No,
He's not
it's
fucking any dudes in the movie.
yeah, he is.
Mm.
Watch both of them. Watch the Glass Onion too.
I
He's
started
gay.
Glass Onion.
And honestly, I think we are owed an apology from him. I did some fucked up shit in my past.
I loved him in it. He's good in Glass Onion too. I'm not finished. I still have an hour left.
I
in
didn't
Glass
like
Onion.
Glass Onion.
Just whodunits are like
You didn't
he's
like-
gonna solve 2 whodunits.
Yeah.
You didn't like Madeline Klein,
I don't know who that is.
the girl in it.
Bautista, you didn't like Bautista?
He was pretty good. I don't know. I just thought it was a little thin and too colorful. It was.
I didn't like the COVID stuff.
It felt like they were mixing Clue with Willy Wonka.
I feel that.
It's
I
just
definitely
like
feel that.
this weird
Too fantastical.
house. That's
I think it was kind of like what was that HBO movie where they all go to the restaurant and everyone
The
dies?
Chef or The
What is it
Menu?
called? The menu.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was great.
it's kind of like The Menu, but
That's
who'done
a
it.
great movie.
That
But-
movie was phenomenal. I'll
That-
do a burger and fries.
Mhm.
a
She's cracked it.
What did you say?
burger and fries coming up, and I'll take it to go.
Yeah.
How did she fucking think of that? If I was a serial killer, I would have just killed her ass. I'm not getting my code cracked by a fucking some sloppy girl who's not even fucking invited to the party.
She was an escort, right?
Some sloppy escort girl who's not even invited to the
Yeah.
party. I'm not getting beat like James Bond always got beat. How about in fucking Goldfinger when Goldfinger has James Bond strapped down?
The laser's coming up.
You expect me to talk? He's like, no, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. And then he fucking and then he gets out of it and he's
Yeah.
like, well, don't you want to hear a little bit more about Operation whatever the fuck?
It's funny
It's
to
like-
go back and watch the Austin Powers movies and realize that they were just line for line spoofs of Bond films, but so many years later. Think about it, right? So Goldfinger came out in what, the 1960s maybe?
Yeah, 60s,
And then Goldmember came out in the
90s,
early 2000s
Probably.
or late 90s.
probably early 2000s.
And it somehow still held up, which I think is a testament to the enduring quality of the Bond movies.
Well, I guess no one had made fun of the fact that there was a character named Pussy Galore.
Yeah.
Oh, Miss Pussy Galore.
I haven't seen any of the
a
Bond
loss of
movies.
vagina.
You've never seen? Have you never watched James Bond movies?
I've only seen the one. It's more recent. The one with Adele is the soundtrack.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's Skyfall. Yeah.
Skyfall. I saw Skyfall. That
Did
was
you not
pretty
see
good.
Casino Royale?
No.
That's the best one.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen any of them.
Bro,
That's
what are you
Daniel
doing on
Craig.
your Delta flights, bro? These are like the.
Never been
these
a
are all the-
huge like just straight up action movie person.
You should watch Casino Royale. It's
Like I saw one of the John Wicks and I liked it, but I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna
it's
watch
not
the
as
other ones.
actionable as that or action packed.
Bro,
Yeah.
you're fucking. That's a failing of your parents.
People love the Wick movies.
I like them, but not. They're a little.
It's all
Dramatic.
awesome. It's all like if it's just like it's time to just be a man. You just fucking scratch your
Yeah.
balls and watch James Bond.
Yeah.
I should watch them. I'd probably enjoy them.
You know what I did as a manly thing? I watched Furiosa by myself.
What's that?
It's the new
Mad Max?
Mad Max.
Yeah.
And it was unbelievable.
It was awesome.
Unbelievable.
That does sound.
People are
fucking
saying that
sweet.
the new Godzilla movie or King
Heard
Kong
that
movie
good.
is
The one
very
that's in
good.
Japan.
Wait,
Whose is
which
this?
one?
Have you been
Godzilla?
looking for this?
I think it's Owen's.
It was
Found this
there.
on the
It
couch.
was there yesterday.
Okay.
Godzilla vs Kong or Godzilla 1 or whatever.
I don't know. It just came out recently.
It's this Japanese remake. It's in Japanese. So you
I would. Oh, I would.
Wow.
I
You wouldn't
understand
even
it.
need subtitles.
I would understand it word for word, bar
I'm
for
not
bar.
I'm not a big translation guy. If it's gonna be a translation movie, it's gotta be good. Like Parasite, City
dude,
of God.
here's the key to Japanese language. They just add to the end of everything.
Yeah.
You watch the movie, and then suddenly you're speaking Japanese.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
truly how their whole language is based. Sushi. It's that simple. You said City of God. You couldn't
Yeah.
watch it.
No, I watched that. It was classic.
Well, isn't
I've
that
never
subtitles?
seen that. I've heard that's good.
No, I said it has to be a really good movie for me to watch it and with subtitles. And I said City of God and Parasite. Which one?
That's
haven't
good.
seen
That French
that.
one in black and white. That's about immigration. Yeah.
I just watched Io Capitano, also on Delta these days, but it's all in subtitles. I think about some South Sudanese boys or something like that who
Wow.
escape or trying to get to Europe.
I sent you guys the photo of the TV on my plane
Oh
going to
yeah,
Denver, right?
the postage stamp.
It was like this big, and it was like a mile away from where I was, and then it just ended up being broken. They were like, "We're gonna restart the system." Yeah, it's not gonna do anything.
If I wanted to like cash in miles for every time something's broken on my Delta flights, I
Yeah.
could fly around the world.
I'm
5
telling you, I
times.
think United is the way.
No,
I
that
think
United
I
is
think
definitely
United-
not the
I
way.
I'm
think
thinking of
United's the way.
United Way, which
You're
I believe
thinking-
is a charitable
it's-
organization
for
serviced by
orphans.
the NFL.
Yeah, with the 2 hands that go on top.
Mhm.
That's
You're thinking
United
of United Way.
Yeah.
Now, I think United might be better than Delta. It's cheaper and it's better
No.
Why do you think it's cheaper?
because it is. Oh,
No.
brother, because it is.
no.
I just watched that Always Sunny episode. You guys ever seen the one where they start the podcast and they have on the dude in the military? And
Yes.
he's like, "How many wars are going on?" And he's like, "There's actually 2 wars." 2 wars. You're saying that there's 2 wars right now.
That's fuck.
The other good movie that I wanted to recommend is called New Life.
What is that?
It's a movie that not many people saw and is not that talked about, but
Ooh.
That means it's usually bad.
No.
it
listening.
starts with a girl, you don't know what's happened, and she's running away, and she's
Mhm.
covered in blood.
I like that.
And
She's on her period.
Oh fuck.
You'd think that it's going to lead to something crazy, but it turns out she just had her period while she was on a jog.
She's had an explosive period.
it's all over her face. Yeah.
Like she just opened up some marked bills from the bank.
She's doing some handstand push-ups. No!
Fucking
Foiled
period
again.
strikes
The
again.
old exploding period hundreds.
So
It's
she-
really good. It's sort of like I don't want to call it a zombie movie. It's not. But it's very good. It's really, really good. I would recommend it. Fun.
You know
What's
what's
it called again?
One of my
New Life.
New life.
One of my favorite movies that I've seen and I know I'm late to it, but Cabin in the Woods is a movie that
Yep.
stuck with me and I've
Campy.
enjoyed a lot.
It's campy.
It's a very good movie.
I don't know about it. What is it?
It's like a satire of horror movies.
Yeah.
And it's really fucking good.
It's great. Isn't Chris Hemsworth in it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. What an
Yeah.
odd role for him.
I know.
He's got range though.
He's got great range.
He's in Furiosa. And
Great
he's
range.
hysterical in
Yeah.
Furiosa. Yeah.
He's got some comedy chops.
Yeah, he's very funny.
Some of the goats started off in like satire movies.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds and Van Wilder.
I'm not a huge Reynolds guy. He doesn't really do it for me.
L. And then who's the bro that was in Not Another Teen Movie?
Chris Pine.
Chris Pine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Pine. He started off in
No,
satire.
that's not right. It's not Chris
Is
Pine.
Chris Hemsworth Thor?
Chris Evans.
Is Chris Hemsworth Thor or is
He
that
is.
Liam Hemsworth?
Chris
So then what is Liam Hemsworth then?
Hunger Games?
Hunger Games. That's a good movie.
Dude, there's 18 of them.
There's a lot. They're really pumping them out these days.
I can't believe
They're
how many
still making
fucking
more?
Hunger
Yeah,
Games.
a new one just came out.
Bro, scroll
it
your
still-
Delta movies,
There's a lot.
boys. I'll
Is
tell
it
you
still
what.
what's her name?
You'll learn
The
something.
girl?
I don't know if she's still in it.
Jennifer Lawrence,
Yeah.
Katniss?
Katniss Everdeen,
Mm-hmm.
who dumped him out in a movie recently.
She
Went
dumped
full nude.
She dumped everything out.
Dumped it all
That
out.
movie was pretty funny.
I never saw it.
I saw it.
It was good?
Very. And
They're
the
like-
guy's hilarious.
Really?
And he's a Broadway musical theater actor.
Pause.
He played Dear Evan
Pause.
Hansen, the lead.
Oh no. Wait, in the movie or the theater? In the movie?
On
Broadway?
on Broadway.
Is it,
He replaced Ben, whatever the heck his name is.
is it Ariana Grande's boyfriend?
Waving through a window. Try to sleep, nobody will hear. So I stick around for a message to appear.
I watched that on a plane and I hated it.
I bet the movie was terrible.
I didn't know it was a musical.
I went and saw it. I saw it twice on Broadway. Pause.
I couldn't believe I fucking finished it. You saw it twice on Broadway?
I went once. It was the hottest show on Broadway. Had to go. And I went. And then months later, I got into a relationship and she really wanted to go. So she got us tickets and I went again. Cried both
Damn.
times.
You cried? No, no.
Neither time did I cry.
Pause. Double pause.
Yeah.
What
Pause
what's that?
for-
What's the main
Pause
song
for
from
patrollers.
that?
What's that? Pause for
Pause Patrol.
Pause Patrol.
That's the show for homophobic 6-year-olds.
Is
Pause
it? I used to
Patrol.
watch that
Hey,
show all
yo.
the time with my little sisters.
Pause Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
Yeah. I was just doing a play on that. But
oh.
what's
I
the
see.
Marshall is fired up.
what's the main song from
Paw Patrol?
Dear Evan Hansen?
Waving through a window.
I thought there was another one that like made it big.
Waving through a window.
There is another one.
The best musical songs are Phantom of the Opera. It's so good.
Lion King.
No, Phantom of the Opera is so much better.
Any of those.
Phantom of the Opera is here inside your mind.
I saw that on the West End in London when I was like 9, and it freaked the fuck out of me.
It's
I was
so good.
terrified.
Phantom of the Opera?
Yeah, it scared me. I was
It
too
is
young.
a scary.
I never saw it on Broadway. I saw our high school did a reenactment of
It's
it.
kind of a big thing to go for.
They did it, and they did it well.
Did
too.
they really?
They killed it. Yeah, it was
That's
awesome.
a tough play. There's a lot of tech.
They did it so well that my mom bought the soundtrack on disc, and then we just listened to that in the car for like years.
Isn't it funny whenever you go to like
softly, night unfurls its splendor. Watch it, grasp it.
It was pretty good. They had like there's a scene where someone gets hung, and they dropped down like a dummy from the catwalk of the auditorium,
everyone
Yeah.
gasped?
and
Wow.
I got scared as hell.
Scary.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Mhm.
Whenever you have like a play at that level, like afterwards you always have to tell the people in the play that it was like a level above what they are. You see one in grade school and they're like, oh, that was like high school level stuff.
Yeah.
Or like you see one in high school, they're like, oh, that was like
That
a
felt like a
college,
college
level
production.
yeah.
Yo, want to hear this was funny. This happened this weekend. We were before we landed on Knives Out, we were trying to find like a good thriller to watch. We were back in Denver and we were leaving in the morning, and Bo recommended Sound of Freedom, and I was like, I feel like there's a lot of controversy around that movie, and for like 30 minutes straight, I'm reading off controversies of Sound of Freedom. I'm like historically inaccurate, all this shit, and then I realized that I was looking up controversies around Sound of Music for like 30 minutes straight. I'm
The
like,
Hills
wow,
actually
there's-
aren't alive.
Yeah,
with the
There's
There's a
sun.
no
lot of
way
articles
for a
about this.
family of 12 to sing in full throat at the altitude of the Alps.
You actually
Surely.
can solve a problem like Maria.
Yeah. Edelweiss flowers don't grow that high.
You can pin a wave on the sand, actually.
Nuns don't get to just leave the abbey at will and march through the hills.
She's actually way too hot to be a nun, which actually might be true.
Yeah.
If I was one of the old bitch nuns at the abbey, I would have kicked Maria out so fast. I would have like slut shamed her out of there, because like you'd be so insecure as a nun that this hot young piece of fucking Austrian ace is just traipsing around the hills of Vienna.
Dude, that teaching mnemonic song, Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Ti Do,
That still sticks with you.
pisses me off.
Oh, really?
Let's run it really quick. Do,
Do,
a deer, a female deer. Fine. Ray, a drop of golden sun. Fine. Me, a name I call myself. Fine.
I call myself
Fa?
A long way to
Fa?
run.
Fa.
What are you, Bostonian?
Fa.
Fa?
a long way to
run?
Long
No.
way to run.
So, Anita Poole and Fred, fine. La, a note to follow so.
We got lazy there.
Why
got
not
lazy.
just the Spanish article for the?
They didn't have a lot of options with that one.
Tea, a drink with jam and bread, and that brings us back to dough. So there's
There's
two in there,
Fa
fa
and
and la, that irk me from an
Do you have
etymological
any alternatives? 'Cause
standpoint.
You got to be bringing alternatives.
Well,
if
he
you're gonna
said
critique
la,
it.
the Spanish article for the.
Yeah, see, that's a little wordy. La, the Spanish article for la.
It's not bad, dude.
It's a lot.
It's not
It's a lot.
bad. It's better than a note to follow. So that's a complete. We couldn't think of anything.
I think
That's
that I think it
defining it by
works.
the
Then you go,
definition.
oh, this goes after so. What goes after so? Law.
but everything
obviously.
else has its own.
And what if you're
identity.
going down the scale? If you're going
Law, the note that comes before so.
fa is it's a bit of ebonics.
Fa. They're in a.
I
they're in a
like
pickle
fa. I
there.
think
Yeah,
fa
fa.
actually works perfectly.
Fa.
And it
Fa.
must have because it's been around for a long time and no one ever questioned it until right now.
Guys, I'm going for a jog. How long?
You were about to say
Fa.
how far.
How fa? I'm going fa.
I'm going fa. 2 notes before so. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Fa? I don't know. How's your fucking mother? How far? Get the fuck out of here. I'll go as far as I want.
Yeah, that is enough to leave a nasty Google review. What's Sound of Freedom though?
It's the human trafficking movie.
Right.
But apparently it was like funded
Matt
by
Walsh,
some
right?
QAnon dude.
Isn't it Matt Walsh?
Apparently it has like QAnon ties. It has a lot
I'm
of
sorry.
like
QAnon?
QAnon.
Anonymous.
That's how I know it.
It's short.
I've never heard.
That's like saying Reese's Pieces. Reese's and
Reese's.
Pieces.
Sorry,
PCs.
Pisses.
And then and you say anonymous, not anonymous.
You call it
Anon.
Anon.
Anonymous.
There's literally the cyber
Anon.
gang or wherever they are, and people call them Anon.
Because it's short for anonymous.
Yeah.
You're not anonymous. Anonymous.
QAnon.
Now, the way you say that makes me think of that balcony scene from Romeo and Juliet where they're calling for Juliet and she goes, Anon!
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
means
deep one. I don't know that one.
I'm coming. I'm coming soon, but she's talking to Romeo.
I've seen Romeo and Juliet. I saw the original one, then I saw the Leo one. And I thought the Leo one was one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
I like it. Baz Luhrmann.
The guns that he has in that movie are absurdly large.
They're awesome.
He has like hand cannons.
Yeah.
Why does he have a Desert Eagle?
He's a badass motherfucker. I think
Yeah.
that's why.
What's the Latin guy's name in that actor?
Leguizamo?
Yeah. What a career he's had. What do you think of him? Would you call him a stand-up?
I don't know him at all.
He
John
does. He has
Leguizamo?
but his stand-up's more like a one-man
It's
show.
one-man showy. But he's done like HBO specials.
Yeah.
And they're all pretty good. His
Yeah.
life is amazing.
He would like act out like shit with like his mom, like
Yeah.
fucking. I
Did you
don't know,
see
it's
that
funny.
our draft came out? People were flaming me for taking Louis at 1.
That Louis at 1 was a great pick,
I thought it was a good pick.
but Glenn Howerton as your actor was a little
Why?
bit
Glenn
reachy.
Howerton's hilarious.
He is hilarious, but as one of the best 5 comic actors of all time, I think is a little reachy.
I would put him in my top 3 easily. It
Yeah.
would be him, Adam Devine.
But your worldview is like the passing. Cone
Those guys
of
are
like,
those are unbelievable. Like those are like two of the
It's
funniest.
so contemporary. You're putting them up against fucking,
He also might not be the best on his
Jim
own show.
Carrey.
He's easily the best on his own show. Charlie's probably second.
Okay,
You
well
have
then-
to think of like tight decades of work.
I guess, yeah, but I mean that show's been on for almost 20 years, and I think Dennis in that show is one of the funniest TV
I
characters
agree.
ever.
I agree with that.
I think he's very funny as well. But I also just in the scope of that question of being one of the 5 funniest actors of all time, I think that's reachy, and you'll get some hate for that. I think that
I didn't get any hate for that one.
I think that
All I
getting-
got hate for was for Louis.
Well, there's no problem with him being 1-1 overall. I think that's a great call. But I think Jim Jeffries going in the first round, that's reachy.
Yeah, I've never listened to any Jim Jeffries. I was pretty surprised to
That's
hear that
crazy
one.
to me that you haven't. I think
I said before, I thought I listened. I said it last episode that I thought I listened to a lot of comedy, and all I actually listened to is Louis, Joe List, and Shane.
This is a pretty big realization for you.
Yeah, maybe just listen to some more comedy. You'll get funnier.
Well, I listen to a lot of comedy in person. I see a lot of comedy.
Yeah, you're on your phone scrolling in the back of the room waiting for your turn.
No, never.
Who's someone great that you've seen recently in live?
Saw Ian Lara have a great set the other night. I guess that was like 2 weeks ago.
Was he great or he just had a great set? Like I feel like you're kind of basing it more on like, was the room great? Were his jokes
No,
great?
because I didn't have a great set. If the room was great, I would have.
Yeah, true. So he was hilarious.
Yeah, he was very funny.
Who else?
Colum had a good set last night. He had some new stuff that was funny. It's good to get back up on stage last night. First time in 2 weeks.
I know. Knock the
Killed.
rust off.
Killed as usual.
You bring any Wyoming shit?
I did. My first 5 minutes was all brand new stuff that I wrote yesterday. And it worked.
All of it?
Most of it until the end. It kind of...
When you have new stuff, is the first time you say it out loud when you're on the stage?
No, I don't usually write out jokes like I did with this one, but this one I tried to say it out loud a couple times to figure
Where?
out the beats.
At your
At
apartment?
my apartment.
Your neighbors are probably like, keep it the fuck down.
Oh, they get a lot. I'm noisy in there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of noise coming from my apartment. It's me yelling, playing Call of Duty, or me on FaceTime, or me saying my bits out loud.
And when you said the bit out loud, did you say it with perfect cadence?
No. I said it, and then I listened back to it, and then I changed something, and then I did it, and then I scrapped like half of it. It's kind of how it goes.
What do you do?
I just go on stage and talk it out loud.
Legend.
That's what I do for most of my stuff, but this one felt a little too long to do that.
You want to do it for us now?
No, why would I do that?
Just kind of like test it, see
You
if
won't-
the
you
audience
won't-
thinks
the
it's
general public won't hear this for 6 years,
funny.
and I'm still going to be saying in the bit. I just got back from Wyoming.
You guys
My
know
buddy-
Wyoming?
Bo will be dead because he served in the war by then. Bo will have served on the front line when we drafted for Ukraine.
I
Against-
hope not.
I'm sorry, bro. I shouldn't have said that. I
All
fucking
good.
love Bo.
All good.
Bo and your episode, goated, top 2 episode, not
People
2.
were calling it a cult classic.
Cult classic, not 2.
It was so bad. It was unbelievably bad. I was like, do you want to do this? And I was like, you don't have to do it. Like, I can get Francis to do it. And he was like, no, I'll do it. He's like, I've always wanted to do a podcast. And then we did
2 wars?
Yeah, it was literally like that. He gave me nothing. He was like, I'm trying to think of, like, as soon as I offered the idea of him being on it, he was like, all right, let me try and think of some funny stories to tell. And I was like, no, let's just talk.
Yeah.
And then we got on and he just had nothing to say. Yeah. And then as soon as we cut, tons of jokes. And I was like, where was that during the podcast? Which is not surprising. I would have been fucking quiet too.
Yeah, no, you suck for like the first 100 episodes.
Yeah, I also sucked. I wasn't
joking,
good
you
at.
didn't
I
suck
wasn't
for the
good at
first 100
guiding him
episodes.
through it because I don't typically do podcasts where I'm the only host.
Right.
Yeah, it's a new exercise.
I said we needed Ron there. We talk about Pat Bev getting his contract renewed.
with Barstool.
Yeah, it's huge.
I've been getting a lot of congratulations about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw you sent him like a really nice message. I feel like I'm on my 3rd contract and I've never once. You never even have asked.
Nobody posted.
You sent him one and you were like, 2nd contract's the hardest. That's where greatness is built.
Yeah.
Etched into a tombstone.
You're my brother forever.
Yeah.
If you didn't get re-signed, I would have walked too.
Yeah, but then Roan full posted to his Instagram, Son of a Boy
True.
Dad, which I don't know the last time you've even posted about an episode coming
I
out.
promote him all the time, bro.
Are you confusing Son of a Boy Dad with Tuesday Night Comedy with Colin?
I went on a whole fucking podcast tour of LA, and every single one they said, "What do you have to plug?" And I said, "Listen to Son of a Boy Dad."
Oh, good.
That's branching out.
Yeah,
That's doing
those people
groundwork.
are-
Oh, that was boots on the ground.
This next
And
guy,
you guys-
you know him from Son of a Boy Dad.
I guarantee
Everybody
you,
in
if
the
you went-
audience is quickly grabbing their phones
If-
to
if you-
subscribe between the 10 seconds that
No,
elapse.
not shows. On podcasts, I did this.
Oh, I
said,
see.
listen to my
He was wearing a
podcasts.
QR code on his shirt.
Francis, if you went on a podcast and they said anything to plug, you would have said francellis.com for tickets. I don't even know if I promoted my shows.
No, I would have said tires.
That's that's
No, I would say Son of
foul.
a Boy Dad. I would say Son of a Boy Dad.
Well, we just need to get you on the. I mean,
It's in my profile on Instagram,
and we just
Really?
need to get you
Mhm.
on the fucking on the marquee.
and we should put you. We should have
Is
you.
it
Put,
on your website?
I got rid of my website.
Oh,
But what
okay.
what we should do is
Odd move.
you should add Son of a Boy Dad social tag to your Instagram profile. That will
Yeah,
help.
I'll do
Let's
that.
do that. That'll be good for
It's
us.
on my Twitter for sure. I think it's actually the only thing on my Twitter profile.
Lies.
No, I think it's literally just Son of a Boy Dad.
Yeah, it is there. Wow.
Little Sass is a liar.
Is this the one you were thinking of?
No.
Did you see that COD highlight I put out earlier? Shit was crazy.
What?
I got a couple games in before I came here.
today,
Yeah.
and you filmed it to like get clips from.
No, you don't have to film it. You can just press the left button on your
Copy.
controller, and it says when do you want to capture from.
Maybe I'll start getting back
Capture
into
last
video
5
games,
minutes.
bro. Maybe I'll start getting into NCAA 25.
I mean, no one has carried their team like I carried my team this morning.
Who was on your
I
squad?
had 36 kills.
Bo?
No, I was solo. 36 kills. The person below me had 17.
Wow.
I mean, my back was sore.
Yeah, you got to lift with your legs, not your back, bro. You'll throw
We
your shit out.
dominated. I had people rage quitting because I was playing so well. I was doing jump shots, and then I posted online. Everyone's like, bot lobby? Not a bot lobby. I'm sure it looks like a bot lobby when there's that level of greatness performing.
No, you definitely had crazy mods on.
I don't. I wish I did. I've thought about downloading hacks a couple times, but never going to do it.
You probably will. But that's cool, though. I'm not going to hold it against you.
I'm pumped to get back because I promised a new compilation soon.
It's the best way to promote your tour.
It is. I promised a new compilation. It's just tough to decide what
It's
you want to do.
not the best way to promote your tour. It's the only thing that you're comfortable with posting online, though.
Brother, I'm not comfortable posting my gaming. It's a risk. That's like David Bowie stepping into the unknown.
That's like David
Because
Bowie
you
acting.
think you're good and you don't know if you're good because you post it online and it's easier for people to just go bots, bot lobby, hardcore. You're playing on hardcore.
You're the man
Oh,
in
yeah.
the arena.
I'm
You're the
playing
man in
on
the
hardcore.
lobby.
People like to shit on playing on hardcore because it's easier to kill people. Hardcore in Call of Duty, it's like one bullet kills someone.
Mm.
It's supposed to be like realistic. But and everyone shits on it. They're like, well, you're playing on hardcore. It's like, well, I'm playing on hardcore. It's easier for me to die too. It's not just easier for me to kill. It's easier for me to be killed.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
You feel like Forrest Gump on the bench.
He's looking at me, and
I'm
I
just
was
giving
like,
you the
is
rundown.
Is this for me?
And I was running.
Well, I got a lot of nasty comments saying hardcore. Yeah, hardcore. Going on a 6 kill streak that quick in hardcore is very tough to do. It's only if you can hear the music can you pull that off.
Does it feel like talking to your like a nursing home patient with dementia?
Him talking to me reminds me of going on a date with someone from a dating app who looks nothing like their pictures. Where from the moment I meet
believe that's
them,
called
then we sit
catfishing.
down and I want to be nice, but I don't hear a single word they say.
Just checked out, pissed off about how you got lied to.
How many
tits
drinks
aren't nearly
before
as
I
big.
can leave without hurting her feelings? That's
Well,
how
her
it is.
feelings are going to be hurt regardless, so you might as well just bail.
I was promised big tits. This isn't really doing it for me.
I'm sure that people aren't
Is that
lying
how
on their
you're- Is that how
tits.
you are?
They're probably lying on their face.
Oh, really? I would definitely. If I was a girl, I'd just be lying about the tits.
No.
The face is tough to lie about. You're gonna see the face.
That's
what
what
I
they.
mean.
That's
You're
what they
gonna
lie
see
about.
the face.
They hold the camera up here, and
and then
you're like, wow, she's got long arms or something. I don't know.
Yeah. She comes in and she's just in fisheye. Like she was honest about her face, but she just is a fisheye woman.
Speaking of fishing, I'm thinking of getting a new rod. I think it's time to upgrade to a good rod. So I got to get real with my rod. I got a Reddington rod, and it's pretty cheap. It was like I got it at a fly shop, and it was cheap, and it's doing a good job, but it's not a great rod. And I'm thinking about upgrading to the Orvis Helios.
Rod
should-
Stewart.
Yeah, Rod Brindamore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rod
but now I'll
Who's that
have enough
running
rods
back?
for us to all go fishing together.
Rod Tidwell.
I'm invited?
Yeah,
Wow.
What?
This is massive. I've never been
yeah, we can head out
invited.
to Jersey
I've never been invited.
at the
Could be
South
fun.
Branch.
Go
Why,
to-
don't, why don't we go hit the Housatonic again? It's time right now. This is the time.
I don't think that's really gonna do it for me.
I think that's better than Jersey, bro.
I don't think it is. Jersey has really good fishing. And so
I
does
know.
New York.
I know that this is Housatonic's in New York.
I thought it was in Connecticut.
You're right. What
We
of
go to
it?
Jersey on the way down to a Phillies game,
Yeah, we could
fish in the
stop
afternoon.
at the South Branch, wet some lines, a couple dry droppers,
West some
couple
lines.
streamers.
Go to Woodrow Wilson service area.
Find
Oh,
the cut.
go to Bruce Springsteen service area.
Is that a thing?
Or no, Bon Jovi. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it is Bon Jovi, I think.
Yeah, maybe it's Bon
think
Jovi
you're
service area.
There's a Bon Jovi service area.
Service plaza, and all they play is Bon Jovi.
Really?
Imagine working at the Cinnabon there and like wanting to blow your brains out hour 2 as
Yeah,
living
that's
on a
gotta be
prayer,
pretty
just
rough.
fucking
Johnny used to work on the docks. You're
Order
looking
up.
for the man.
extra cream.
Jovi's a good band. It's a good band for like child athletes to listen to
For
before
baby
a game.
Grunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like to
Throwing
get
some
pumped up with
Jovi.
your friends as your dad plays Bon Jovi driving to a game.
That's what the goal is. Let's end the episode.
Whatever you say, bro. I'm ready
I'm
to go
glad you
for
said
hours.
it, not me. I've been getting in trouble.
No,
I
episode's
never
over.
see. That's the thing is I never want to end the episode.
No, we just cut it out every time you say it.
No, because I haven't even done my plugs yet.
Well, could we're
Follow me on
recording tomorrow.
Twitch.
Yeah. Listen, Sass and I will be in Cleveland August, I believe, 16th weekend for 3 nights. Then I'm going to be in Austin, Texas in September. On
Save your
to Lexington, Kentucky. I'm coming to Dallas again, and we're going to do Kansas City, and we're going to do Rochester, and then we're going to do Grand Rapids, Michigan in December.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I was
Yeah.
notified
So you
about
can
that
go
one.
to my Instagram has the link. I think it's Punch Up Live Francis Ellis. Just find that, and that's where you'll be able to get tickets to all those shows.
And go support Nate Dogg at the final table of the World Series,
Yeah, that's
or he's
pretty
going to be on
sick.
the main
It's pretty
table
cool.
at the World Series of Poker.
But before you do all that, make sure we
No,
head
that's
on
enough.
over to littlesasquatchwebsite.com. I'm in Austin this week. Tickets are flying off the shelves. So go get tickets for that. It's going to be Gardini's going to be there opening up. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. Lots of laughs.
It's going to be fun, and you're going to be announcing that you're going to be replacing a certain. Well, you'll do your announcement down there.
For what?
You're going to be replacing a certain podcast host in Austin
Yeah.
permanently.
Matt and Harry's secret podcast.
I didn't want to do the announcement now, but
All right. Come see me in Austin, please. I'm begging you. Thank you. Goodbye. I got to pee so bad.